The rise of ISIS began in Afghanistan when the Soviets invaded to defend a puppet dictator from rebels. Thousands of international Muslims flocked to Afghanistan in order to fight back against the Soviets. Most viewed this conflict as a holy war and developed radical beliefs. Among these men were Osama bin Laden and Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. After a decade-long conflict, the Soviets left and both men went home. Osama bin Laden started his own jihadist group in Saudi Arabia called Al-Qaeda, which quickly gained international notoriety. Abu Musab al-Zarqawi also started his own group, however it quickly fizzled. Both men returned to Afghanistan when it came under the control of the Taliban, where, after 9/11, the U.S. invaded. Osama was forced to flee to Pakistan, and the lesser-known Abu Musab al-Zarqawi returned to Iraq, where Saddam Hussein's rule was soon overthrown by the United States. However, the U.S. made a critical error when they disbanded the Iraqi army, most of whom, angry and unemployed, joined rebel groups, including the most violent one, led by Zarqawi. Once again, thousands of international Muslims joined forces with Zarqawi. However, the U.S. ended this conflict and killed Zarqawi in an airstrike and left a seemingly stable Iraq. Up comes the Arab Spring, and Bashar al-Assad's oppressive regime violently silences protesters, causing rebel groups to form. The new leader of the Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant, or ISIL, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, decided to take advantage of the turmoil, intervening and taking the city of Raqqa. ISIL was then renamed the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, or ISIS. ISIS, at its peak in 2014, brutally controlled a third of Iraq and a massive portion of Syria, as well as governing over 11 million people. ISIS was different in the sense that they established a government and controlled their state. They declared they would achieve caliphate, or unite all Muslims around the world. However, they overstepped when they attempted to overtake Kurdish territory, whose superior armies quickly defeated ISIS's efforts. This defeat, along with fighting on all sides, weakened ISIS greatly. ISIS responded by staging international acts of terror, like the one that occurred in Paris. Their defeat seemed imminent, and when U.S.-backed Iraqi forces took ISIS's capital of Mosul, it symbolized ISIS's defeat. However, ISIS will revert back to what it was, a small rebel insurgency group, and in this smaller but still deadly form, it could last for many years to come.